Hi guys, I just wanted to do a quick recording to help some of you out on this question. So it's question 3.12, describe how to set short, medium and long-term SMART goals and revise them. So it's in the know how to support clients unit, and a few of you have come a bit unstuck on this and a couple of questions have come in. So as always, you've got the content up here to have a look through and have a read through. But the main issue is, and what a lot of people are struggling on, is sort of how much detail to put in here and how much to really put in each box. So if you look at the bottom here, we've got a short-term goal, we've got a medium-term goal, and we've got a long-term goal. So a really good way to do this is, as you can see at the top here, include your time frames. So straight away, if you put a goal in here at the top, remember from SMART goals, it has to be specific, measurable, relevant or realistic. You might see that. Oh, missed an A out. Achievable, relevant or realistic, and then time. So you need to put a time bound on it. As long as you've got them components in there, then it will be absolutely fine. And as long as we've got enough detail. So let's do an example for a short-term goal. Okay, so let's take, for example, this client has just joined a gym and has not done any exercise before in the past. So what you might set as a short-term goal, and it doesn't have to be one, it can be a couple. So a short-term goal might be to book an induction and the induction from and then let's put a time frame on that. So for a short-term goal, that can be really, I mean, that can be a week, it can be a month, depending what you pick. But if you think of it as this way, so short-term goals may be 1 to 6 weeks. Medium-term goals you might have 6 to 8 weeks, and then a long-term goal can be anything from 8 all the way up to, well, it can be years, can it? So it can be anything. So let's go for 1 week for this, because this is quite a simple goal to achieve. How will you review this goal? So by showing evidence of attending the gym and receiving a program. So you'll know that the client has done that once they've attended the gym and they have the evidence. Now the evidence, it's obviously going to be with you if you're working with this client. So the fact that they turn up, they've achieved that goal. If your client does not reach the goal, how will you revise this goal? So you might find out why they were unable to attend. Reschedule. So that's a short-term goal there. So it's specific. We specifically want them to book an induction and attend the induction to get a program. You've got a time goal in there. How we're going to measure it? We can measure it by showing evidence of attending the gym. Is it achievable? It's really achievable to go to the gym and book an induction. And then, is it relevant or is it realistic? It's absolutely both. So it's relevant to that client's goal, because their longer term goal might be to lose X amount of pounds. So this first short-term goal is relevant to that end goal. And another little tip here as well. I know I've started by showing you how to set a short-term goal, but in your head and for this question, it's only asking you to give an example of how you do it. So this isn't with a real life client, and it's not with a real life client that you'll be using on your assessment. But a really easy way is to start with your long-term goal and then work your way backwards. So if your long-term goal is to lose 10 pounds of body weight by the, I don't know, 1st of November. We've got a specific goal there, and we've also got a time goal straight away. So from there, we could break that down further. So it might be lose £5 by £5 by, that's halfway to that. September, would we say? August, yes, September. Let's go September by so then you can see once you've completed that, you'll see that it'll sort of run on. So straight away from the start, in this next week, you want them to book an induction, attend the induction, and get a program. Then that'll move on to, if they're consistent with that program, the goal is then to lose £5 of body weight and then lose £10 of body weight leading up to the 10th of November. So that's just a little example of how to set goals. Just make sure you've got enough detail in there. Obviously, you'd fill in how you'd review this goal. So for example, for a body weight goal, how you're going to review that is you might sit down with a client, have a meeting. You want to ensure that you've got a tracking procedure in place. So you're going to be tracking by using scales with this if it's like a body weight goal. If it's a percentage of body fat, you might use calipers or some other sort of method of measuring them. But try not to make it too technical. Again, it's just to give you an idea of how to set goals, and just think of some things of how you might revise them. So if the client hasn't achieved that goal, what can you do differently, and what could you put in place to that client to help them? So I hope that helps you. Just make sure you've got enough detail in each of these, and that should hopefully answer some of your questions that have been coming in about this question. So thanks for watching. If you've got any more questions, just let me know, and I'll speak to you all soon.